Hello, we are live. Thank you so much for catching the replay. If you are catching the replay, if you will do me a solid and go and share this video out to other people who may need some information. Thank you so much for those who are consistently supporting the channel. I wanted to let y'all know, getting started, that I did turn on the thing where you can only comment if you have been subscribed to the channel for a certain period of time. So that is to alleviate what we had happen yesterday in the chat. Um, some people just don't have nothing to do in life. They have no life. And what they want to do is come and bother other people. Bother good, honest, hardworking, you know, decent people. And that's what they do. That's what they do with life. All right. And so in order to alleviate some of the dumbness, what I did was I went ahead and put on that block so that people can't just, how they say, come in off the street with the foolishness. They can't just come in off the street with the foolishness. So if you want to come into this chat and you want to give some meaningful information and you want to be at unity with what this channel is about, then fine, come on in. Come on in. We love that. We love that. We love people who are positive and people who are there to support and to help us through this crazy situation that we are all going through. And so let me tell y'all a little bit about the last hour of my life. I discovered that YouTube decided that they were going to limit my live from yesterday. They were going to limit monetization on my live yesterday. And so I was going back to kind of try to watch the video, see what some of the people said in the chat, kind of like just do some housekeeping, go over and just see where people's heads at, see what people were commenting or whatever. And I discovered that I was on yellow. And I'm like, why on earth am I on yellow? I just could not understand why I was on yellow. And so I went and, I hovered over it or whatever, and it said that the information that I provided in the video yesterday was not suitable for most viewers. So safety in that form is not suitable for most viewers. Now, I've made videos in the past where I was actually showing people how to do things with the H word. I'm not even going to say it on this video because, at some point, if you get so many points with them, then they're just going to shut your channel down. And I love this channel. I've worked hard and I've worked a lot to build this channel and to continue building this channel. So I don't want to get my channel shut down. So that's something I'm going to do within the G Tribe off of this platform. If y'all remember when I first said that I was going to start the G Tribe, that is what I said anyway, because there are certain things on here that you just can't talk about. And the H word, safety, is apparently one of them that you can't talk about, and it's not safe for most of their viewers. This is their platform and they're able to do whatever they want because this is their platform. So my theory is, if you want something different, then build it yourself. Build another platform if you want something different. And I haven't done that. I haven't built another platform, and most other people haven't done it either. Haven't built another platform. This is what we got. And so this is what I'm going to work with, and I'm just going to stay within their guidelines. And then in the G Tribe, we'll do some additional stuff. All right. So anyway, that was my soapbox, and I am off of it now. But I wanted to come today, and I wanted to, chat with my peeps. Like, y'all, my peeps. I wanted to chat with my peeps. I wanted to see what y'all are up to. And also to let's chat it up. Let's share some information today. Um, if you saw the thumbnail that I did, there was a lady that was on a horse. She had a bow and arrow, and she was ready to use it. All right. So I intended to also have a conversation about all of these people getting fired because they refuse to comply with this mandate. But I'm not going to talk about that a whole lot either. We're going to talk a little bit about it because we're going to need those people. The people who are the ones that are being really brave right now, the ones who are standing up and saying that, nope, you're not going to bully me. You're not going to force me to do any of this. If you saw, if you were in Frugal Nurse Homestead live this morning, she was one of those people who decided that you're not going to bully me. And I agree. It doesn't matter what I think about it or what I feel about it. It doesn't matter. None of that matters. What matters is that we all live here together. We all live here together. And at some point, we're going to have to stand together too. And we definitely are going to have to go back to the old school way of doing things. That is going to be our only way that we are going to really survive, is that we're going to have to go back to the old school way of doing things. So I just happen to love tools. I just happen to love a bow and arrow and a crossbow. Now, look, I'm practicing. I ain't great at it yet. But I'm going to tell you one thing. I know from what I'm seeing around me, and you know from what you're seeing around you, that you're going to have to do some different things in order to make sure that you and your family survive in these streets out here. And then we got GT, you saw the replay, right? Like, I don't even get it. I don't even understand, but I understand. And I don't even have to understand because it's their platform. Thank you, Natural Diva. A easy nail. A easy nail. Yep, that's the lady that did these nails. So thank you. I love the shirt. Thank you so much for it, hon. I appreciate it. Um, and so you can find her at A Easy Nail on Instagram, honey. On Instagram. All right, Natural Diva. But yeah, so y'all, it shook me. I can't lie. Like, it shook me because it's like this is the second time that one of my videos have been affected because of something that I showed on there that I thought in myself was totally harmless. I thought it was totally harmless. The first one that they bothered my monetization on was the one where I was making um you can't say the word, I guess, but natural fert to do your garden with some alfalfa pellets. I was like, really? Like, really, guys, really? So that was the first one. And now I'm like, okay, here we go again with something that is totally natural. They just don't want to have anything to do with that. and they don't want us spreading that type of information on their platform. And so I digress. I digress. So before we start talking about these tools, let's say hello. Let's say hello to some people. Hello, hi Pit Stop Kitchen and Garden. Hello and welcome. I'm so glad to see you today. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it. Auntie Ellen, hello and welcome. Lavender for Luck, welcome. I'm so glad to see you again today. Thank you so much. Natural Diva, of course. Hello, hello. Foster Family Fun. Hello there. So great to see you. Raju Sopri, hello. Black's Tropical Homestead, hello, Soil Family. um, Anna Nana 8B, one of my G Tribe members. Hello, hello, so good to see you. Eyes to see, hello there, so good to see you again. Hi again, Viola Graham. Hi again, Miss Shirley Weems. Hi again, G Mama Groves. My brother from Alaska, GT Junior Groves. How are you doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome. So good to see you. Um, so welcome everybody. Welcome. I'm glad to see you guys. Janet, hello and welcome. So glad to see you here. Thank you for being here today. Um, Black Coffee, what's up, chick? How you doing? Welcome, welcome. Oh, can I say chick on here? I don't. Oh, oh, maybe. I don't know. Okay. Hey, girl. Maybe we can call each other girl. I guess. Um, let's see. Who else is here? Say hi to Viola. Hello, Lisa Williams. Hello, my friend. How are you? Um, Linda Iannoni. Hello, welcome, welcome. So glad to see you back. Best Yet Journey. Hello and welcome, welcome back, welcome back. Canadian Proud. Get outdoors. What up, though? Uh, all right. Okay. So I'm to the bottom. I'm down to the bottom now. So how many people in the chat today has some other ooh, I almost said a bad word. How many people have something other than a firearm in order to protect yourself with? How many people? Show of hands. How many people either have something other than a firearm or know how to at least use something other than a firearm? Tasha Oshie Groves, hello, hi, and welcome. The Weekend Garden Show, hello, and welcome. Glad to have you today. So, show of hands, how many of you wonderful people? Hello, my Vivid Life. Hi, hello, how are you? I don't remember seeing you before, but hello. Obviously, you're subscribed because you can get in here. So, hello. So nice to have you, my Vivid Life. Hi, Sapphire Diamonds and Pearls. Hello, sis. Good to see you today. So great to see you. So, nobody. Pieces, Homestead in the Hood is in the house. How you doing? Welcome. So glad to see you today. Okay. Um, um, by American Indian Star Strike. Okay, okay, okay. This thing is obviously kind of behind. Okay, it's obviously kind of behind. So let me look on the phone and try to see if I can see what you guys are seeing. Um, oop, 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 oop. Okay. So Black's Tropical Foster Family Fun says she has something. I just saw a funny comment. Uh, okay. Tasha Oshie Groves said, I have two other forms of defense, one to slice and one to zap. Nice. So glad. So glad. I am so glad. Um, Maccabee OG, how you doing? Welcome. Oh, that's kind of, let me let a little light in. I just went ahead and closed the curtains because it's typically I'm in the middle of the video and then have to close the curtains kind of thing. And now it looks like I'm just dragging, like I'm buffering or something. Okay. So, all right, who else? Let's see who else has something. Anna Nana, you got something? Uh yeah, foster family fund said they do. I know Auntie Ellen does. I ain't even worried about that. I ain't even worried about it. I'm not even worried about it. Same thing happening there. Maccabee OG, what's up? How you doing? Um, I'm so glad. I gotta go pick up my glasses. I'm so glad we decided to prepare for anything. We do not depend on the store or anything for food or safety. And guess what? It's so much easier to do when you just grow a garden. like, like, hey Marmar, how you doing? It's so much easier to do when you just grow a garden. When you have something that you can go out every single day and take something to feed your body, it makes it so much easier. Now, are we like 100%? No, we're not 100% self sufficient. But guess what? If you have something growing and something goes down, then guess what? You'll have to be 100% then. So why not go ahead and get started? Why not go ahead and make sure that if the family needs to go out back and grab some carrots or grab some collards or grab some sweet peppers to chew on, then why not go ahead and just get started now? Why not go ahead and just get started now? And so the reason I wanted to talk about that, about having other forms of protection, is that some of them you'll also have to use to trap things to eat if you so choose to. If you decide that you're going to trap some things, it just like these squirrels up here. Oh my gosh, these squirrels. Okay, I'm not bothering them squirrels because if things get too crazy, now we're pretty good. We're pretty good for a while. But if it gets too crazy to the point where we don't have any other choice, then that's our choice. It's up there and we'll be able to keep going. We'll be able to survive. And believe me, there's a whole family and a half of them. So we'll be able to survive. We'll be able to do things that will help us to go another week, another 2 weeks, another 3 weeks. So um, that is one of the things that I want to learn. And as well, when, you know, guns are loud, they're loud. And okay, I can't even say that. Dang it. Those things that make them quiet, it's a whole process. And I know in some states it's probably even illegal. They're not illegal yet in this state. The things that make them quiet, a lot quieter. um, they're not illegal in this state, but there is a fee that is roughly $800, I believe. So between the application process and the fee, from what I read, it can take you almost a year in order to even get approved for having one of those things to make the weapon quieter. So I thought in that case, you might want to have something different, you know. You might want to have knives, and especially, if you are out in the country, y'all already have machetes on hand, y'all already have knives on hand, y'all already have all of that stuff on hand, because you have to live with it anyway. You have to do things anyway with that type of stuff. I just so happen to like both. I like weapons of all kinds because I grew up with that type of dad. So um, just seeing him do things and do a little hunting, and all that type of stuff, it just piqued my interest. It got me interested, and it was something that I wanted to know how to do in case I needed to have to do it. I personally never even considered that we will get to the point where we are now, where people's livelihoods are being affected because they're not following what they want you to do. Okay. um a crossbow slingshot, that, I mean, that one, a couple of our team members have several of those. They have several of those. So I'm going to get lessons in that too this week. uh Oops, you were way behind. It's all right. Hey, Stardust too. How are you doing? And thank you. Yes, thank you. Hit the like button. Thank you. I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. And so, eyes to see. You are so right. You are so right. My vivid life says consider pepper spray because with a zapper you have to get close to the threat. That is so important. With pepper spray, there is distance in between you and whatever threat is coming at you. So that is a fantastic, fantastic reminder to get your pepper spray, have your pepper spray, get your if you're out in the country, I know y'all probably got bear sprays already. But for us in the city, if you talk about a mess hit the fan situation, then guess what? That's something that can also help you. That can help you to have a few minutes to get away. Because let me tell you something, a blast of any of that is going to slow you down. It's going to slow you down. So living out here, we have to have something other than a pow pow to walk around to protect us from snakes and other nature out there. Exactly. Exactly. So even just walking down the street here, even just walking down the street here, my husband was riding his bike actually in our neighborhood, and there was a guy who just had his pit bull. I love pit bulls, y'all. So, you know, it's nothing. It has nothing to do with that breed of dog. It's just that that's what it was. Okay. So I love dogs in general, but you know, I love me some pit bulls. My daughter has a pit bull mix. So um, my husband was riding his bike and just minding his business. He said he saw the dog in the yard, but he just kept riding because some people have the fences, the underground fencing, so that their dog can only go to a certain place and not run out into the street. Okay. And so, um, okay, let me finish this. And so he just kept on riding, and he saw the dog, like getting ready. Dog starting to bolt. And luckily, he was going downhill so he could go fast enough so that he could outrun the dog. And now, when he was little, a dog attacked him and his mom, kind of thing. And so, he learned at a young age, like how to kind of kick them or whatever, kick them off if they're charging at you, trying to do you harm. But the thing is that people don't even follow the rules now. So if the mess hits the fan, then what do you think that people are going to do? Do you think that people are going to be concerned about law and order? I guarantee you they're not going to be at all concerned about law and order. And because of that, hi farm and HVAC, how are you? Welcome. And so if they aren't concerned now about law and order, what do you think is going to happen when it really gets rough out here? Have not a concern, no concern whatsoever. And so that means that regardless, you're going to have some type of way. I have heard all types of, delicious ideas because they vicious to protect yourself. But in that type of situation, you're going to have to do whatever it takes in order to protect your family. So for people coming to your home, especially like us, we live in a neighborhood, okay? And it's kind of easy to go door to door because these properties are not huge over here. So it's kind of easy to go for door to door. So people can take a neighborhood and decide that, hey, we just about to hit this neighborhood, and they always got a team. Y'all better have your team. You better be putting your team together, because I'm telling you, if you are not having somebody else who can watch your back when you need to go to the restroom, or you need to take a nap, or protect the camp from looters and marauders, you're gonna have just a difficult time, and you're gonna have a very, very hard time to survive. All right. That's just what it is. And plus, all of those people in the team, they have a skill. Just like all of these skilled people that they are firing because they won't comply with the mandate, all of these skilled people, like it or not, you're going to need them at some point. Because guess what? The majority of us get sick at some point. And so for those people who have been working, we have a 20-year nurse that is on our team. We have a medic that is on our team. So I need more than one or two of those people. I need more than one or two. And so those people are going to be here. They're going to be available. They're going to be looking for work to do. They're going to be, some of them, they've been doing this for the last 20, 30 years. So guess what? That's what they know. That is their skill. And they didn't have really any other alternative. And we've got to start standing together to make sure. And guess what? All of you not going to look like me either, because we don't do that. We want skilled people on our team. We want people who are ready, who are devoted, people who are, we need the soldiers and we need the prayers. I'm going to say it like that. So guess what? If you don't have any fight in you, say it from the beginning, so we'll know where to put you. We'll know what position to put you in. Maybe you don't have any fight in you, but maybe you know how to cook. And guess what? We need you too. We need you too. Hi, Jay Weezy. Hello. How are you? Where's she at? There she is. Hi, Jay Weezy. Good evening, Gigi. Good evening, Hatcher. Hope y'all having a wonderful day. Today has been wonderful. Every day is wonderful to me. But they did make me mad, though. They really made me mad. They shook me, Starduster. They shook me a little bit. But we have to learn how to have each other's back, no matter where we come from. It's some people that are um are very different from me, and they look just like me, but they're still very different. Their mindsets are very, very different. We are not all the same. Okay. So I don't want some of those people on my team. And I know everybody can relate to that. I don't want some of them on my team, because if you're not, see, look at that. There go hands in dirt. Hey, Stacy, how you doing? I want Stacy on my team. Okay. I know Stacey probably already got his own team, but hey, we can have different camps in different places. All right, so we can still support each other. And that's another thing, you don't all have to be on the same team, because there are some people. I still like people that have morals and values and principles. Okay, I still like to be around those type of people. A lot of them, a lot of people today like lost a lot of that. So I don't care if you're a warrior, but still have like some sort of value about you. You know what I mean? Like still have some sort of morals, and loyalty is like everything. So if you're going to be a warrior, then I want you. I want you here, because I'm one of those too. Like I'm ready. I'm one of those too. But I need you to understand that I am your team. I am your team. So be loyal. Don't be shady. Don't be sometimey. I have no respect for that. I don't. So be careful about who you invite in. Make sure that the people that you do have around you, that they are skilled people, that they know something. Find some people that know some stuff that you don't know, some people that have some survival skills that you don't have. And whatever team that you want to be a part of, or if you want to build your own team, make sure that you look for a diverse group of people who have skills and who know how to work together. That's when it's going to be the most important, really, probably the most important out of any time in your life. Because see, we comfortable now. We're pretty comfortable in most cases, most of us. And by us being comfortable, that means that we don't watch our surroundings. um, we think that we're just totally safe within our own environment, and we're not. um, we can just go out to the store anytime, day and night, and just shop and have all kinds of bags, and we're looking down at our cell phone all the time. We have like no type of worry at all, because we have become so comfortable. But I'm afraid that as soon as stuff goes terribly wrong, and most people are not ready for things to go terribly wrong, they're going to start to just do anything. They're going to start to do any and everything. And even their team members, they won't have any loyalty to you either. So, F.R. Humphrey, thank you. Situational awareness. You have to always be aware of your surroundings. Be aware of what's happening. It's just like I was telling you, when my husband was riding down that road, um, and he saw the dog from a distance. So he knew that there was going to be a potential threat when he got further down that road. You got to be aware. You got to be situationally aware to in order to be able to properly protect yourself. There's another guy who walks this neighborhood with a Roddy that is clearly trained to protect. And when every time he sees my husband, he has a real problem with my husband. And the man literally has to force him to sit down. Now that man is getting older, and at some point he's not going to be able to hold that Roddy. Okay? For y'all that got Roddies, you know exactly what I'm talking about. At some point, you're not going to be able to hold him. He almost tunes out when he sees my husband. He's not looking at me. He's not focused in on me, but he is locked in on my husband. So he has been trained to lock in on somebody that looks like my husband. Okay? Because other people can walk by and then they're just like, good morning, good morning, good morning. And the dog just keep right on going, just like they haven't even seen the people walking. But as soon as he sees my husband, every time, and that's why we stopped even walking a lot out here, because this man, for some reason, it's almost like we run into this guy. We run into this guy all the time with this Rottweiler. We'll try to switch up the times that we walk, and for some reason, he's like, dang, like here comes this man again. We'll turn around, go the other way, and the dog is steady because he's seeing him coming. He's steady just turning around, just looking. So people are weird. Like people real weird. So I want for us to understand that this is not a nice place that we are. It is not. It is what it is. It's not a nice place. And so make sure that you are linking with people who are not like that. Make sure not, listen, I'm not telling you to not have some gangsters on your team. All right. But they need to understand loyalty. They need to understand loyalty. So make absolute certain that they are people who understand that. They are people that work well with others. If you don't work well with others, hands in the dirt, you know it. You know it. But he loves animals in general. He loves animals. And he wouldn't want to do that. But let me tell you about Gigi. She'll do it. She'll go ahead and do it. She'll go ahead and do it. Because I put human life over everything else. So I just wish that people talking about making sure that you prepare for all types of situations was not seen as, I don't know. I don't even know the right word to use in that situation. Like, people really don't like us talking about this type of stuff. They just don't like it. They have a problem with it. It makes them feel, I don't know if it makes them feel fear or what it is, but something about it has a lot of people where they don't like that type of conversation. They don't want to hear that. And it's fine. If you don't want to hear it, then log off. It's okay. It's okay. But this is like reality, and we can't be like heads in the sand when it comes to making sure that we're ready for anything. I don't know if this stuff gonna happen tomorrow, next month. I don't know if the winter gonna be the kickoff. I don't know if 2020, 223 gonna be the kickoff. None of us knows. So why not, in the meantime, just like starting your garden, just like making sure that your garden is a um a place where you can go and still survive, making sure you got some seeds on you at all time everywhere you go. You got a little food in your car. You got some canned goods that can survive, if you don't have extreme temperatures, that is. But have your little bag ready to go. I have my little bag. Y'all remember when I was talking about I went to the Dollar Tree and I was doing that. Yeah, I went ahead and put all the stuff in my bag, and all of it fit in my bag. I just had to take it out of the packs that it was in. Fits right down in that little bitty $1 bag. So now I can make one for everybody. And, if we needed to leave or whatever, then we can do that for a period of time. Okay, so Linda Iannoni says, maybe he is surveilling you and is trying to scare you. That is terrible that you have to experience a nasty person. I don't even think that because he has no way of knowing when we're going to walk. He just has no way of knowing. So honestly, I don't even think that he's trying to be nasty to just us. I just think that he has taught his dog what a threat looks like. And his dog is going to defend him at all costs. So I don't think that he's just um, just singling us out. I don't think that at all. But to his dog, my husband is clearly a threat. All right. It's just what it is. And you're right. You're right. It becomes a weapon at some point. It becomes a weapon. So when you do that, and you do that to people, and now he was telling the dog, now this dog is, when I tell you highly trained, he was telling the dog to sit down, and the dog was so zoned out that he didn't even follow the command several times. He didn't follow the command several times. So I'm like, sir, this ain't what you want. This is not what you want. Um, hey Nikki, welcome. Welcome. Absolutely, hands in the dirt. Hands in the dirt. I love animals too, but I love me more. Exactly. Exactly. And so, we would never want to do that to somebody, because they'll give you more time for doing that than they will for another human. But we ain't gonna go there. Human life is first, though. Absolutely. Um, Canadian Proud says, we didn't have money growing up. We camped. So we grew up loving the outdoors. I don't really worry about myself, more like the people around that wouldn't be prepared. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You worry about those people, because the lazy ones, those are the ones that you got to worry about. You always got to worry about the lazy people, because they always want to take from somebody else. They don't want to work for their own stuff. They just don't. They don't want to work for their own stuff. They just want to take what you got. They want to take what you have prepared. They want to go through your hard work that they have put any type of anything into. That's what they want. That's what they want. Um, yeah, Black Coffee. It is sad that we have to do this, but we got to. We just don't even have, won't have any other choice at this point. And that's why when I did my video, it took me a while to do that video, because I knew that it was going to draw in the type of energy to this channel that I don't want here. I knew it was going to draw in that. I knew it was going to draw in the people who are just like, they're, no matter what, they're always going to try to pretend like this thing is not what it is. Hands in the Dirt says, people don't want to face the truth of our society. It's okay. Truth doesn't need supported, can stand all by itself. And the truth will stand by itself. It will stand by itself. That's literally what's going to happen. Uh, exactly. Canadian Proud. I think she's talking about. In a city like ours with like 10 million people, oh my goodness. I don't even understand that. I'm from the country. Ain't nothing you can do. You really would have to get out in the middle of nowhere to ride it out. Yep, yep, yep. Nothing you can do when you're around that many people and they just go nuts. um, we need to Arctic camp to camp in freezing temperatures to prepare for that too. I feel like we're going to actually have a cold winter this time. We haven't had a cold winter here for, I don't know. I remember, I remember when I was working, we had snow. But here's the funny thing about it. When it was snowing here, I wasn't quite like Farmer Q was with short sleeves like this on, but I just had on like a long sleeve t-shirt. So the cold wasn't like Arctic, like what you were talking about. It was just really cold for us. But at the same time, there was something about when the snow happened to where it was like, that's not that cold like I thought it would be, you know? Because we don't get snow. We get snow once every 20 years. So we don't know about this stuff. Um, hey, Veggie Farm, how are you doing? Good to see you today. So one of the things that we're going to do, um, yeah, they notice when you're not as skinny. Brownton Garden is so funny. Brownton Garden said they notice when you're not as skinny as the rest of them. Yes, see, they will swear that we just have a house full of food when they look at us. But I'm like, listen, that door ain't what you want. This door is not what you want. I promise you. I promise you. This ain't it. Juicing with Jay. Hello, how you doing, Kelly bro? Brownton Garden is so funny. Yeah, but they're just gonna assume, that you got all the food because you're looking healthy, girl. Looking healthy. I will camping in the backyard this winter. I will be camping in the backyard this winter. I've never been camping before. GT, me either. But this winter, we are going camping. We're going to camp out at Black Haven. And that way, we can still stay in like we're not going on anybody else's property. And I think it would be like we would have too many amenities if we went to the state park. I feel like we would have too many amenities. So we're going to get far away from the house and nobody's going to be allowed to go back into the house. You're going to have to literally pack your bag. And this is what we're planning. Um, oh, oh, Efron Humphrey, you lived here before. It rained in 90. I mean, snowed, snowed in 90 or 91. Yeah, I want to say it was around 2013 or something like that. The last time we got snow here. So it was something like that. But let's see, 2013, 14, maybe 2014, something like that. 3 a.m. Sensational Garden. Hello, how you doing? Welcome. It's good to see you. 3 a.m. one morning in our safe neighborhood, I heard someone trying to kick our door in. Saw this random drunk. Called 911. My 80-year-old mom was ready. Yes, honey. Yes, the police are slow. I'm glad you said that the police is slow because I was trying to remember that day on live, like what the sign says in the gun range. And the sign says, it says, I carry I carry my 357 because a policeman is too heavy. And I was like, right on. That's what I'm talking about. Because police is too heavy. He's too heavy. So yeah, I gotta carry that heat all times, every day, every day, all day. Law help me if I catch someone in my collard greens. Yes, yes, yes. It's better to knock and ask. In that situation, I don't know if I'm gonna even accept knockers at that point because I'm like, nope, you ain't putting nothing in. Everybody got their cup, but they, yeah, ain't chipped in. But no, no, don't come over here. Don't come over here. Nisha James TV, hello, hello, sister. How are you? Good to see you. Thank you for the thumbs up. I appreciate you. So, um, I bet it will be more than a pocket rocket. Listen. Both of us are like, it would be so much fire. Like, it would be so much. And eco straight too. Like, where he aim, he gonna hit. Like, ain't no two ways about it. Gigi, do you have some of your medicinals vacuum sealed in your out bag? I don't have them in my out bag, but thank you for that. Thank you for that. I'm gonna take a couple and then I'm gonna take my little bag. Y'all know my little bags. I like my little dime bag. I'm gonna put me a couple in there. So thank you for that. There's some stuff that I really want to like try to condense as much as humanly possible. So yeah, I got a lot of those little baggies, and I'm going to definitely do that. So thank you for bringing that up. That's a really really great point. Um, when the police came, um, I told him to leave. I told them to put him in the car or come back with a mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm. I got you. If you are camping, if you're camping in the winter, a tent is cold, the air inside, yeah, wear those layers. Yes, yes. My kids actually have all been camping, and they used to camp um, every year when the winter hit. So they all know about it and actually have done it before. And they made sure that they were totally off grid, like totally off grid. They had one guy who he hunted all the time. He hunted everything. So he hunted all the time and he always had, something that he was going to go and get in order to have it ready, pretty fresh a couple of days before that he could really get it ready and then bring it to the camp so that they could cook it. So that's what he used to do to help the kids, the youngsters, to see what it was like, having to survive, having to make your own fire, how to work together as a team. See, even with them, they had skill building when they were doing the camping to learn how to work together as a team. That's what they did. That's what they did because that's what is required in order to survive. Um, it snowed back in the day in Jacksonville. For Harmview, I think it was 89. My 90-year-old, hold on, let's see what Auntie Ella said. My 90-year-old uncle used to have a hollowed out cane with his automatic sticker in it. Really? Oh my gosh, he was so cool. He was so cool. That's the type of stuff I be talking about because I had a crazy daddy, so I'm a little crazy too. Oh, yes. Glad to be in your life. I'm glad to have you, Nisha. I'm so glad to have you. Um, Oh yes, and wear a beanie on your head while you sleep to keep warmer. Yes, for sure, for sure. So I'm gonna take it like I'm gonna take stuff like it's gonna be for real cold. You know, we're gonna try to like check the forecast and then try to find a night where it's like cold for real, and probably just try to rough it for the entire weekend. If we're gonna do it, like I'm like, let's do it. Let's do it. Yeah, they're gonna shut down. They shut down 95, and they'll shut down I-10 and all that because we don't know how to slow down. We don't slow down in the rain. Like people act like they don't have any common sense at all. They take no precautions. So when it starts to snow and all that type of stuff here, man, mm, mm, people just end up piled up on top of each other. We also need to prepare for civil unrest for a medical, traumatic, and psychological emergency, and we cannot go to the hospital. Boom, boom. That part, that part. So I got your information, and I'm gonna go through it on that. Homestead in the Hood. Definitely going through that. Sorry, I had to call, had to dash out. That's okay, Miss Ann. Handle your business. That's all right. Your aunt wasn't messing around, Auntie Ellen. He was not messing around. He played no games, okay? He played no games. My grandfather was known to have machetes. Hmm. I don't know how we survived sometimes, I'm telling you, but we survived. We made it. We made it. We made it. Um, all right. All right. Take care, Lisa. It's good to have you today. But I wanted to just give you all something to think about. You know, consider, just consider that. Hey, Donnie, working and listening. But I see you and love you back. Hey, Donnie. Hey, Donnie. Good to see you. Yes, yes, Hunt. We're taught to survive in more ways than one. Um, any book recommendations on healing, setting broken bones? Not a single one. And this is the very reason I'm talking about. You're going to need them nurses, you're going to need them doctors, you're going to need the people who are getting kicked out for standing up for their rights right now. You're going to need them people at some point. You don't have to like it, it is what it is. So, um, I'm definitely going to be doing some research on that and trying to find some more different book recommendations for you guys to be able to share with you. And so, if you can find a military issue, extreme cold weather sleeping bag. I spent 30 to 45 days at a time in the woods in extreme cold weather. The trick is to undress to your underwear in the bag to stay warm. Ah, see, that's why you got to be on my team. That's why. Listen, I know that you got a team already in Georgia, but listen, we your Florida homies, okay? Hands in dirt. We are your Florida homies. We are. We are. Um, Starduster, you right, but I can't talk about it. So I'm gonna have to take it down. Okay. I'm gonna have to take that comment down because I can't talk about that. You weren't in here when I said what they did to the video from yesterday. It's crazy. It's crazy. But we can't talk about that. We can't tell anybody anything as it relates to taking care of yourself with that kind of stuff. They're not letting us do it. They're not letting us do it. Okay. So I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Hi, Love Notes. How are you? Welcome. Good to see you. I'm looking on my phone now, guys. So sorry. That's why I'm looking down because I was looking at my phone trying to see. Foster Family Fun said, I got a crazy daddy over here also. I love him. My best buddy out here on this land. He down for it all. Yes, Mr. Freddie Krueger out there. I know. I know Mr. Freddie Krueger is out there. He is ready. He is so ready. Okay. Okay. I'm sorry, Stardust, but you my sis. You already know it's all love. I quit my job at a clinic because for that reason. This was in January. My coworkers didn't listen. Now I'm with a company um, who respects my choice. Yes, good for you. Good for you. Because listen, when we start giving up our basic civil liberties and such, when we start giving up that, then we are in real trouble, because it starts with something simple like that. That ain't simple, but it starts with things like that, and then it progresses. You know how many years they've been trying to give us to give up our get us to give up our guns? Ain't gonna happen. Never gonna happen. Um, but it starts with that. It starts with the simple things, and we're like, okay, yeah, just go with the flow. Just do it. Just do it. No, we ain't going with no flow. We're not going with no flow. This is our right to say that we're not going to do it. And if people learned how to be loyal to each other and stand together, this foolishness cannot happen. GT said, give up your liberties and you won't get them back. You will not get them back. Guaranteed. Guaranteed. Um, they did this 20 years ago and now they're in trouble. Of course, they are in trouble. Of course, they are in trouble, because you don't ever walk into a situation where you have a choice and then you put yourself last. That's nuts to me. That's nuts to me. So of course they are in trouble. They are in grave danger. And then when they stop you from being able to come here and come there and be able to even go to the grocery store to get your food, when you're so dependent on the grocery store, then guess what? They're going to force you to do whatever they want you to do. We ain't doing it. We're not doing it. Yes, we're going to be rebellious. We're going to stay rebellious. 2A all day, every day. And that's who we are. And that's what it's going to be. My mama told me if you lay with a dog, it will kiss you in the mouth. So I don't go with the flow at all. That, tell me about it. That's that old Southern talk, because that's where I'm at. It's where I always been. Period. Period. That's what it is. That's what it is. So be careful. Be careful when you come around certain people. Be careful and know that, baby, don't let the cute face fool you, because born a rebel. Born a rebel. Born a rebel. Team Aries over here. Born a rebel. Please understand. So we're just not having it. And I'm really, and I know that it's a challenge. It's always a challenge, when you lose your job, when you lose um, the way that you're going to take care of your family. We've been in that situation a few times, and it was hard. It was hard. I'm not going to lie. But one thing that you don't do is give up. Because if we had given up, we wouldn't be here now. We wouldn't be in this house if we had focused and stayed on the fact that we lost the other one. Okay? So let me tell you something. And this is also where faith comes in. Let me talk about that right quick. I hope they don't demonetize my video because I want to say something about having faith. Okay. So this is where faith comes in. Anything my husband said to me that he was going to do, he went and worked towards that happening. And he knew that it was going to happen. When I was like, yeah, I don't know, because like we just lost this house. So how are we going to get another house? Like it's going to take us 7 years just for this to come off of our credit and this and that. He was like, I got us, babe. I got us. And I'm like, yeah, okay, I trust you. I trust you, baby. I'm gonna still do whatever it takes in order to make sure that the girls are unfazed, because that's my part in this team. That's my part. Make sure that those girls are still unfazed. Let me put that up before it scrolls by. So make sure that the girls are still unfazed, and make sure that he still has a wife at home ready to rub his feet when he came from working those 2 or 3 jobs, or working those 15-hour shifts, or whatever he was having to do at the time, in order to move us back to the point where we could say, okay, we have a home again. But when you have faith, when you know what you know, nothing is going to stand in your way. Ain't nothing going to stand in your way when you know what you know what you know. And I promise you, that's how we have moved. That's how we've always moved. Because when things get really bad for your family, when things get really bad inside your family unit, your goal as individuals is still to play your part. And if everything that happens is scaring you, you just scared of everything. Well, this guy, I told my husband one time, hold on, let me get to that. That's what mama says. Mama was saying, be careful who you let in your circle. Everyone ain't your friend. Exactly. So let me tell you about this one job that my husband just had to leave, and I told him to leave. He wasn't going to leave. He was going to stay there, and he was going to deal with that bullshiggity that was happening to him. He was going to stay there, and he was going to deal with it. So we were living in Georgia at the time, and our kids were little. So I'm a stay-at-home mom, and it was snowing. Okay. It was snowing. And the area in Georgia where we lived, like we weren't prepared for snow either. It was just as bad as living in Florida. They weren't prepared for snow either. And so the type of job that he was doing, it required somebody to be at that place around the clock. Okay. It required somebody to be at that place around the clock. And so my husband was a manager there, and they were telling him, they had to get trucks out. They were food delivery. It was one of those places. And so they had to get trucks out, but there was ice all over the place. That man told my husband to go and pick up the employees, because the employees were saying, we can't drive. Like, it's black ice out here. We can't drive. He told my husband to go and pick up the employees and bring them to work anyway. So I'm like, nope, 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 babe, nope, 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 nope. I would rather have you than that check. My husband, being the provider he is, he was like, girl, I gotta go. Like, I gotta go and make this check. So reluctantly, I let him go out the door. And he was like, um, and at the time, listen, we were we were so financially strapped to the point where he could not even get a cell phone. That's how bad it was at the time. Okay. And so we were like, okay, we need to be saving every single penny. And that's what we did. So cell phone wasn't an option, but it just so happened that this winter storm hit. Okay. And so when he went to pick up these employees, taking these guys to work, he was like, everybody but was gripping the seat because like that car was all over the place. And then he said, well, they got there. They actually made it. It used to take him in normal weather about 45 to 50 minutes to get to work. That's when the streets are clear, everything is straight. So now it is snowing and it is ice on the road. So he was going, he went on, they made it. At some point, they made it. He was able to call me from the location to let me know that they made it. But guess what? All the stuff that I was saying to him, the truck drivers are not going to anyway, this and that and that. He said, we had one. And I'm like, shut it down. You didn't even open it up because the truck drivers can't even be there. They can't even get there in order to get the food to distribute it to the location. It's black ice on the road. I said, and he told them to go back home. So now they got to come back home. It's still the same night. Okay. It's still the same night. And so he would, and so he made it back home. And, by that point, he's so stressed that he's exhausted. Okay. If you've ever had like issues with anxiety and then you have to deal with something like that, he's so stressed that he is totally exhausted. See, black coffee, we in the South, we don't know nothing about no snow. We don't know nothing about no driving in ice. We don't know anything about that. Like, we don't do that. They don't have anything to help. Can y'all still hear me? Uh-oh. Hold on a sec. My internet is showing that it's still on. Am I good now? Okay. All right. So, um, I don't know what y'all missed, but so he made it back home. He's exhausted, Um, he's stressed. Donnie, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, girl, for dropping the 9. So he made it back home. He's fine, but he's very stressed out, and it was just a mess. So when it was time to go back to work, I told him my favorite. Well, I ain't gonna say that. I told him these words, and I'm not gonna say the whole word. You take that MFer those keys and tell them to stick them up to his spine. And I was done with it because I was like, he put 4, 5 workers, including my husband, at risk of death. He didn't care anything about them. He cared nothing about their safety. He cared nothing about it. So, and Iko will tell you, I told him, take him those keys. And they would have them when he got to work, they would have to check his trunk, check his car and check his trunk going in, check his car and check his trunk going out to make sure that he wasn't stealing anything. That's how they went to work every day. So I was just like, you know what? Yeah, take them, take them, take them. Mm-mm, mm-mm, mm-mm. That I was not going for. That I was not going for. And he took those keys and he came back home. Yep. What you're not going to do is play with my husband's life. That's what you're not going to do. So I was not having it. I wasn't having it at all. It wasn't worth it. He was this guy. I have to let Eco finish telling y'all a bad story because I'm not fixing to get my pressure up even thinking about that. Boo. So he took him the keys, and then that was a situation because the job paid, but it wasn't worth it. Nothing is worth putting his life at risk. Nothing is worth it to me. So we went on, and we were like, hey, ain't the first time you've been out of work. So we gotta do it. We gotta do whatever we gotta do in order to make it happen. So that's what we did. We made it happen, and eventually we made our way here. So yeah. But anyway, I'm not gonna hold y'all no longer because I've been had y'all on here way too long. That is why. Yes, yes, love notes. Yes, that's why a lot of people are leaving their jobs now because they know these people don't care nothing at all for their employees. They don't care nothing. So have faith and just know that you can make it through anything if you keep moving. My dad said to me, I used to have to take him to the eye doctor because he had to have like a cornea transplant or something like that on his eye. And so I used to drive him to the eye doctor. And so it was raining. It was pouring down. It was just pouring down raining. And he had this big old Dodge truck that had the long stick in the floor. I don't, it was old. Y'all don't know nothing about that. But it had this long stick in the floor, and it was like I don't know, 4 speed or something like that. And so it had a camper on the back, and my little bitty old 100-pound self had to drive this big behind truck. And so we were coming back from the doctor's office, and it just the sky just opened up on us. It started raining so hard. And so we're going through, and I guess I was like coming off um or trying to put my foot on the brake, and he was like don't do that, don't do that. He said it's okay to slow down, but keep moving. You got to keep moving through a storm. All right. So no matter what it is that you go through, you have to keep moving through the storm. All right. So that was one of my favorite lessons that he ever gave me, and I hold to it now. And I teach these girls, my children, our children, teach them the same thing. When they're driving me, when they're taking me somewhere, and it starts raining, and they can't hardly see, and all of this stuff. Make sure that you just keep moving through the storm. Great lesson in life from my dad. Rest in peace, my dad. And I'm telling you, have faith. Have faith. All right. So, guys, take care. It was great having you today, and I'll see you guys on next week. Take care of yourselves, take care of your family. Know that you are loved by Gigi. You are loved. Please know that. I appreciate you guys. You're so supportive always. And take care of your family. Just take care of each other. Make sure that you're working on what you need to in order to make the best for your family. All right. So I love you guys and take care of yourselves. And I'll see you on the next video. And remember, when you grow it, you know it. Peace, family.